Street food.
Road trip! Street foodies, good morrow to you, and thanks for tuning into this, the first episode in a two-part road trip edition of Street Food. As I've said before, Xi'an is developing rapidly. There's new buildings going up everywhere, pretty much like the rest of the country. But is there a place in Shanxi province that is yet to be touched by this development? There's only one way to find out. Road trip! You gotta get out of town and investigate for yourself! My good friend Alan offered to take me to a town called Jiashui. It's south of Xi'an into the Qingling mountain range.
Qingling is the biggest mountain in China. And in the north of Qingling is Shanxi, the south of Qingling is Sichuan. And the panda lives in the south of Qingling.
Why do Chinese people love pandas?
Because it's cute. Black and white. Everyone knows that.
To get there, you have to pass through the Zhongnanshan Tunnel. It's almost 19 kilometers long, which makes it the longest tunnel in all of Asia. It's very exciting. There's even a military base built around the tunnel, or somewhere near it. I don't exactly know, it's very top secret, but Alan said if we got out and looked for it, they would probably assume I'm a spy. So instead, enjoy this fabulous indoor garden. I have no idea why they have this in the tunnel. I guess so you don't fall asleep like 10 kilometers in. After the record holder and about 15 other smaller tunnels, we arrive in Jiashui to blue sky and a big surprise. New buildings everywhere. Alan said that 3 years ago this was a tiny town, but now it's almost all brand new. We're assuming that some of the money for all this development comes from the cinder block industry, because there is a rock quarry or a gravel pile on almost every corner. But honestly, most of the money probably comes from tourism. The main attraction is the Jiashui Rongdong Dizhi Gongyuan. Compared to its western counterparts, this cave is pretty different. It's full of multicolored fluorescent lights, sometimes they flash off and on. The stairs are definitely not safety regulated, and most of the rock formations are named somehow after Buddha. 2 Buddhas discussing philosophy, 1,000 Buddhas on a journey, Buddha eats a pancake. Speaking of which, there are 2 huge Buddhist shrines outside of the cave. Mountains are considered very spiritual places in China. Both the Buddhists and the Taoists set up shop there. For the Buddhists, I know it has something to do with the separation and the serenity, but actually I'm not an expert on statues. I'm a snack expert! These little baozi are steamed dumplings that are stuffed with different kinds of fillings, like meat, vegetables, eggs, or some combination. They're common all over China, but I really like the flavor of the Jiashui variety. It's tangy. I don't know what gives it the tang, I don't want to know, but I like it. I also had some mixian, which are rice noodles. The noodles were really hot and I burned my tongue on the first bite. But fortunately, the broth was so full of Szechuan pepper that my mouth and throat went numb almost instantly. How about a bonus recipe? Bonus recipe! You can make the baozi yourself just like this. Start out with the basic dough. Flour, water, yeast, the usual. Once the dough is ready, you separate it into pieces and flatten them out in a circle. I'm using ground beef for the filling, but you can use any kind of meat. I'm gonna add some onion, ginger, salt, a little soy sauce. You can add 5 spice powder if you like it like that. Traditionally, you would also add MSG. You don't have to, but it's not gonna taste Chinese without it. Wrap the filling up inside of the dough and steam. You can pre-cook the filling if you're nervous, but legit baozi allows the filling to cook inside the dumpling while it steams. Pre-cooked filling is gonna taste pretty dry. The full recipe is included in the description of this video. Make it at your leisure and enjoy. So that's it for this episode, but the adventure is far from over. Tune in next week to see what happens when we delve even further into the mountains. Will we find a panda? Will we open a zoo? Will we eat some more snacks? One of those is extremely likely. Holler at me if you've tried Xiaolongbao or anything in its respective ballpark. Until next time, eat it on the street. Watch out for the parasites.